Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and once again I'm coming to you with another product review. And the product that we're going to be taking a look at today in unboxing is once again another flashlight from one of my favorite flashlight companies, ThruNite. And I'm really excited about this one because this one appears to be the big brother version of my usual EDC light. And this is the ThruNite T1. I carry this everywhere and it definitely shows the wear, but it has been a very durable and perfectly sized light from my EDC. But this is the T1 Pro. As I said, I think it's the big brother. It's supposed to be longer and more powerful, but we'll just have to see. So let me go ahead and adjust the camera. Let's unbox this, see what this flashlight is all about, and then we'll test it out here at the house and in the garage. And so here's the box. The T1 Pro comes in. It's the standard ThruNite paper box. And once again, they've put the label over the logo. Not a big fan of that. That should go on the side or on the bottom, even though the packaging on this light is probably not very important. I'm also very excited to compare it to my standard EDC light that I carry with me all the time, the ThruNite T1. This has just served me so well. It goes everywhere that I go. It has been very durable and always worked. And hopefully this is just the same light, bigger, more powerful, and functions exactly the same way. Let's go ahead and open this box. Of course, we get the light, and then I believe, like most ThruNites, we do have a charging cable. We get some spare parts and a lanyard and an owner's manual. So let's set all of that aside and check out the light itself. And it definitely looks like the T1. It has the same aesthetics, it's just longer. The activation button is a little bit bigger. This one obviously is black, where my original one is anodized green. You can see the difference in the emitters there. They're about the same size, but this Pro is supposed to be a cool white light. Let me go ahead and tighten down the cap, and hopefully this is going to work and I won't have to charge it. I believe it has a couple of settings. I think if you click it once, it should go to the last setting it was on. And there it is. And then if you hold it down, it is on a sliding scale where it can get very dim or very bright. And it just flashed, so that's as bright as it goes. And then I think if I hold it again, it should dim, and it's doing that. And then I think if I push the button 3 times in succession, it should go to a strobe mode. And yes, it does. And that's pretty much like my standard T1. So this thing definitely is cool. I like the size of it. A little bit longer, as I said, than the T1. And some people might like that. It's probably going to give me a better battery life. But hopefully it's going to have the same type of output and use. And we'll just have to test it out here in the garage. So that's what this light is all about. So let me go ahead and turn off the lights. Let's test it out here in the garage, and then we'll go outside and see how far the throw is. And here we are once again in my dark garage, and I have the camera pointed towards that little alcove in the back. So let's go ahead and turn this light on. We will start with the Firefly mode. And normally I talk about how I find this mode to be very unuseful for me. I've never really used it on any light I have ever owned. Now, some of these lights will have a brighter Firefly mode, but this one is pretty dim, and for me, I would not use it at all. It's probably 1 to 5 lumens. But now let's go to the low setting, and as you can see, it's kind of a floodlight. I know on camera it looks like we have a centered hotspot, but we really don't. There's a lot of spill on this, and now I'm going to hold down the light and it should slide up to the brightest setting. And when it flashes, it's there, and there is the brightest setting, and that is really, really bright. Now I will take this light outside, but I feel like that's going to have a good amount of throw to it. And it definitely would be great for EDC. This is not a tactical light, but the light is nice, it's bright, it is a cool white type of floodlight. I think it's perfect for what it is designed for. So that's the performance here in the garage. So let's go outside and see what the throw is like. And here we are outside in my backyard. You can see a couple of my garden lights out there. So let's go ahead and turn on this flashlight. I'm going to go ahead and go right to the brightest setting and see what it looks like. And there it is. And this thing definitely illuminates my backyard. Yeah, that is really, really bright, especially for a small flashlight like this. Now, let's point it up a little bit and we can see my neighbor's trees and their house. And that is quite a distance away. Now, I would say that tree you're seeing there is probably about 200 feet from where I'm at, and it's lighting it up just fine. But the house behind it is not getting illuminated as much because this is not as directional as other lights I have reviewed. But for just a basic EDC light, this is really nice. Now that it's been on for a little bit on the high setting, I can tell you towards the emitter, it is getting a little bit warm, but it is not uncomfortable. So yeah, as an EDC light, this is perfectly powerful enough for most of your applications. And there you go. So let's go back inside and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So what are my final thoughts on the ThruNite T1 Pro? This is simply just a bigger version of my T1, which I love so much and is the light that I carry with me all the time. It seems to function the same way, it's built the same way, it's just a little bit longer and a little bit more powerful. Now, when it comes to my EDC lights, not my tactical lights, but my EDC lights, I like them to be very small. This one's a little bit big for EDC, but I think for general purpose around the house, working on your car, going on a walk with the dogs late at night, it's absolutely perfect for me. But this might be the perfect size for you. I will definitely get some use out of this one. However, I still think my T1, because it is shorter and easier to put in my pocket, still might get more EDC time than this one. But I will have to carry this one and see if its extra size will get in the way. But as it is right now, I do like it. I like its performance, especially if it's going to hold up like my T1. It definitely seems powerful. I like all of the options. It's simple to use and it seems to be a robust design. So on my star system, how would I rate the ThruNite T1 Pro? Well, I'm going to give it 4.75 stars out of 5. Almost a perfect review. The only thing about it I don't like is just its length. I kind of wish it would be a little bit shorter. Maybe it could be a little bit longer than my T1, but that's the only complaint. I think I would have a harder time carrying this in my pocket as just an EDC light. Now, if this was a tactical light, it could be a little bit bigger, but for EDC, I like it to be as minimalistic as possible, but that's my personal EDC style. So what do you guys think? Do you like the ThruNite T1 Pro or the original? And do you agree with me about the sizes? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.